Hi folks, it's been long since we met in a review. So today I just wanted to start once again right from where we left. It's been 72 days since I got my hands on the Samsung Galaxy A72, and since then I have tested this phone in every single possible way. So I just wanted to share my experience of these 72 days with all of you today. Now before I dive into this phone, it would be massively appreciated if you guys can hit the subscribe button and help me cross 50,000 subscribers. As you can see that I am just stuck around 48,000 subscribers for quite long. Anyways, let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy A72. Now this is one of my favorite Samsung mid-rangers and I am going to tell you why. I've been loving the Samsung Galaxy A70 lineup since day one, and these phones have come a long way, and this year Samsung provided us with some massive upgrades over the previous Samsung Galaxy A70 and the Galaxy A71. So the day this phone came out, it missed a few features. For example, this phone did not have 1080p at 60 frames per second video recording for the rear camera, and this phone did not have the ultra-wide night mode image capability either. Since the day this phone came out, Samsung has provided us with 3 major software updates. As of today, my phone runs on the May 1 security patch, which means that Samsung has been just delivering the updates as it promised, and not just the security updates. Samsung has been improving the experience. For example, when I got my hands on this phone, as I told you, I talked about the missing 60 frames per second video recording mode on day 1, and right after that the very first update brought the missing 60 frames per second video mode. In the April update, we got the missing ultra-wide night mode imaging capability, and then in the May update, we got some new features. For example, we got the video call effects, which obviously work with only Google Duo at the moment, but I'm sure they will work with other third-party applications too. So what I mean to say is Samsung is definitely living up to the promise of the software updates, and this phone is just improving day by day. Now I've been using this phone in my daily routine. I took this phone away from my Wi-Fi router. I used it on the top of my house, on the rooftop. I had no connectivity issues at all. And as far as the battery of this phone is concerned, that is something that I've been loving. This phone will easily give you over 8 hours of screen on time if you just use it in the very rough way. Otherwise, this phone is going to easily last for 2 or 3 days and it's not going to die. It's a combination of 90 Hz refresh rate on a Super AMOLED panel, and that too with a 5000 mAh battery. And yeah, as you guys know that we get a 25 watt charger, so charging it is not a problem at all either. You can charge this phone fully in about 70 to 85 minutes. In fact, I have a couple of battery drain tests on my channel, and in all those tests, this was the phone that came out on the top as a winner. As far as the cameras are concerned, another big concern that I had regarding the cameras of this phone was the video stability. This phone had horrible video stability. And believe me, in every single update, Samsung has been improving the video stability. For example, we did not have the electronic image stabilization in the 4K 30 frames per second video mode of this phone. As of today, we have the electronic image stabilization working in the 4K 30 frames per second mode of this phone. Not just that, I can see some kind of stability in the 60 frames per second mode as well. I am not sure if that's the OIS or the EIS that is triggered in the 60 frames per second mode, but it's not as terrible as it was back in the day. As far as standard 1080p at 30 frames per second mode is concerned, that is definitely much more stable as well. Samsung has furthermore added an add button in the more options so that you can add the toggles from the camera options to the camera tray of this phone. Now in this video, I'm not going to attach the new camera samples or the video samples, but if you guys want a camera review of this phone after all these updates, do let me know. And if you guys help me getting 50,000 subscribers as soon as possible, I can definitely do a full camera review of this phone once again after all these updates. I'm not going to get in the specs and other nitpicks of this phone because I believe that I have already talked more than a lot about this phone. Now, as far as its price is concerned, which is definitely over $400 at the moment, it's going to cost you around 420 US dollars for the 128 plus 8 gigs variant, and nearly 480 US dollars for the 256 gigs and 8 gigs variant. I am using the 256 gigs and 8 gigs variant. So yeah, its price, that is an ongoing debate. I mean, I do not want to justify that this phone is an absolute value for money. I don't believe that Samsung's phones are absolute value for money. But as far as the brand value is concerned, this is where Samsung takes the lead. I mean, in some markets, the brand still matters, and in such markets, the Samsung Galaxy A72 is going to be your ultimate choice. Apart from that, another thing that you need to keep in mind here is that Samsung has been delivering the software updates as it promised, as I just said. For example, I am using a Poco F3, and to date, I haven't got the update that will fix its screen dimming issue. I mean, that update has rolled out in some regions like UK and a couple of other regions, but that update is still not available in my region. So this is where Samsung is taking the lead, and on the top of that, the One UI definitely provides you a better overall experience. Now, this phone is supposed to get 4 years of security updates, and it's supposed to get 3 major Android iterations. What it means is, if this phone is running on Android 11 right now, it's supposed to go all the way up to Android 14. So this is what you are paying for. You are paying for a phone that is going to last, that has a longevity. Another thing that I would like to talk about is the availability of this phone. For example, this phone is still not available in the US, and it's not available in a lot of other markets too. And I have seen a lot of comments under my videos that users are eagerly waiting for this phone. So if someone from Samsung is watching this video, I would like to request them to please make this phone available in all those regions, or at least tell us somehow what their plans are regarding the Samsung Galaxy A72. Now, if you guys remember, there was a Samsung Galaxy A72 5G expected as well, and that phone did not come out. I personally believe that the regions where Samsung did not release the Samsung Galaxy A72, Samsung is going to release the Galaxy A72 5G in those regions instead. And as I read in some tweets, the Samsung Galaxy A72 5G might come with the Snapdragon 778 chipset, which is going to be better than the Snapdragon 855 in terms of performance. But it is just a rumor right now. I do not believe that this is going to happen for sure. But obviously, as more news come out, we'll have more information regarding all these upcoming smartphones as well. So as of now, the Samsung Galaxy A72 5G is not confirmed, and it's not known whether or not Samsung is going to release a Galaxy A72 in all those regions. Anyways, getting back to the topic once again, I have had a great experience with the Samsung Galaxy A72 over the past 72 days. The part that I love the most on this phone is its software updates. A couple of features that I think that Samsung should add to this phone is the RAW feature to the Pro mode, and I also think that Samsung can give us custom mic support in the Pro video mode of this phone. Other than that, I think this phone is quite a good device and it's a complete package. It's got a micro SD card slot as well. It doesn't heat up while gaming, it doesn't heat up while doing anything on it, and it's a pretty cool device overall. So my overall and final impression and conclusion of this phone is that this is hands down the easiest Samsung phone to recommend. If you guys have any questions or queries regarding this phone, or if you guys want me to make a specific video covering some specific aspect of this phone, make sure that you drop it in the comments below. I would love to have your feedback. Drop your constructive criticism below in the comment section. And make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. With that being said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.